Good evening. So welcome on another race of Flag to Flag League, and today GP of Canada. And as always, small surprise, or maybe some of you already know, that there is a safety car that maybe is gonna be used in this race. So if anything bad will happen, if anything will be wrong on the track, yeah, that's me, safety car on the track. So already we got a few laps done. We can see Raven on the first position, Amy on the second position, and hello Speedman for fun. Welcome, and I hope you are doing well. So what we need to focus is the track itself, so let's speak about it and let's change it to that. Now we can speak about it and see what is happening, what may go wrong. So basically, the problem with the track is that pretty much there is no problem at all. I find it quite easy for drivers to get how to drive there, how to go through the corners. Once you get to that point, everything is just fine. Second thing, you have plenty of space on the track, but if are you going to cut the track or whatever, hit the wall, well, it's quite close. It's there for a safety reason, which works in real life. Here, not necessary, but well, that's how the track looks like. So, that's the deal. So if anything will happen, if anything will just go wrong, I'm gonna use my safety car, and now I'm gonna show it to you how it looks like. So that's this beauty. Yeah, 6.3 under the hood, just waiting to get used. But maybe I think the better thing is that if it's not gonna be used at all, and that will be the deal. So far we got Emu on the first position, and Raven is on the position number 2 and quite close to him, so just behind him. And Bob Deacon is losing 1.2, let's say 2 to Emu, so that's actually quite a lot. Stormcloud somehow on the position number 7 with 3.9 to Emu, so I don't know what was wrong. I hope that this time we'll get just better, so let's drive him. First sector, let's check it. 0.5, so actually something is wrong with Stronger. I don't know what is his setting or how we're gonna drive. Okay, now we're waiting for sector number 2. Now you can see, so the red color is for sector number 2, and brake issue, wrong brake point, and that's not gonna be good for a Stormcloud because the time is running out for him. So he really need to focus. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to the end of qualification, so he really need to start doing something, otherwise, well, starting from the position number 7, oh, I don't think it's quite a good idea. Raven just on the edge, and 0.2, even better than Emil Praga. So Raven now on the top. Emil needs to beat up his time, so let's drive with Emil Praga and see how he will do it. So sector number 1, let's check it. Now on the straight. Ooh, quite close, but still faster than him. So Raven might get... Yeah, because it's in English, that's the reason. So we're waiting for the sector number 2 and see how it goes. Can you see the difference? I mean, it's really just nothing. So these guys are driving pretty much the same. And let's check the time. So the third sector, And there we can see a difference. So Praga was slower, still he was faster than his last time, but well, that was not fast enough to get to the Raven. Let's check if there will be another try from Emil Praga, first sector. A bit slower. Coast Church on the position number 3. Now let's check sector number 2 for Emil Praga. Faster on the sector number 2, and now again sector number 3. So that's the sector where Emil Praga slowed down a little bit. Let's just check it. And we can see the time, and let's see how it goes. Slower again. Again, Emil Praga is slower than Raven, but still he bet his best time. Raven in the pit stop, looks like he's not gonna be on the track anymore, and Stormcloud option number 3, but still it's 1 second to Raven, so that's a lot. So I don't know, maybe that's just a track for Raven, maybe that just works for him. Bob Deacon, well, he hit the wall. So that's another one, and Coast Church on the position number 3. Okay, Kaja. So Stormcloud on the position number 4, Raven on position number 1, and these guys are on the track. Still waiting for any improvement. Raven looks like he wants to make it even better. Okay, so we're still waiting for all the drivers to make their best. So Coast Church definitely fighting here for a 3rd position, Stormcloud on position number 4, and Stormcloud not doing it anymore. So Raven just here to show up on the even faster lap. Let's just see how it goes. Welcome everybody, hello Kubix Gamer HD. So Raven still on the position number 1 now. He'll start his lap that we just can't, and we'll see his time. So Coast Church still on the track, Stormcloud also on the track, Bob Deacon in the pit, so looks like he won't show on the track anymore. Syntax half second to Bob Deacon, and that could be it, but let's see it. So Raven. Besides, I have only one problem with this track, and it's called cameras. Basically, I have only one set of cameras, so sometimes you won't be able to see things. Me too. So basically, that's because of this track. It's not supported by any more cameras, so just basic stuff I can see. So sometimes we're gonna have some issues. To say what's wrong, and Stormcloud trying to make his tires, I think, quite warm, and that will be the lap that he will start, and let's hope that will be his best lap. He will give us everything that he can, and he is starting the lap. Let's see the Raven, but it doesn't look like he's gonna beat his definitely no, completely out of the time, so something was wrong during their lap. Emil still in the pit, Coast Church fighting here for improvements, Stormcloud doing the same. So once again there is a safety car, and I am the safety car, so if everything gonna go wrong or everything gonna happen on the track, that's me. So the deal is, if there will be incident involving more than 3 vehicles, straight away I'm in. If there will be incident involving 2 vehicles, it's up to me if I'm gonna show on the track. I don't want to overuse the car or just use it every single time that I can. I think it's just better when it's just still in the pit stop, but I think at least once I would like to see how it goes. Still waiting for others. So Raven still on the track. Stormcloud 0.6 to Raven. So Coast Church landing on the position number 4. But now is the question if he's going to improve maybe a tiny bit, and that will give him some advantage. And Coast Church, that is a madman, jumping on the position number 2. Definitely, I was not expecting that. Stormcloud landing on the position number 4. Emil on the position number 3. So I guess Coast Church now is really happy about what just happened. So a wonderful lap. Coast Church once again is a proof that because I remember him that he was not that fast, he was not that good, but over the previous season he improved a lot. He changed plenty of things in his behavior, and now the result. Now the result, because Coast is on the position number 2. So now Stormcloud, I guess he still needs to pick up his jaw from the floor and see if he can make it even better. No, that's not this lap, so he's showing us that this lap will not count. So only 1 lap for Stormcloud, plenty on him, plenty going through his mind. Now is the question if he can make it. So let's drive with him and let's see the first sector. I think we can change to the normal scene. This curb is actually quite problematic for drivers. Slowly getting there. Enough grip. And the difference 0.3. That's not gonna give him position number 2. But let's check other sectors. If he's gonna be able to store on the other sectors, that will be it. Unless the third sector is just for him. 49.757 to beat, and that's it. So that's end of the qualifications, and a small surprise, I would say. So Raven on the position number 1, that's not a surprise, but Coast Church, of course, it is a surprise that that kind of thing actually happened. But that kind of surprise you're actually happy with, so good luck there. So let's see. Yeah, that's the safety car, and let's see if I can get the correct angles, I can get the correct view for the first corner, but I really don't think so. That it will be quite problematic unless we're gonna change it like that and then see what is happening. I'm sorry that it looks like I'm just putting this on a duct tape, but well, just to make sure that you're gonna see it, I will just move my camera like that, and that will be it. So if you have any questions, completely not speedman. Just put some water on my mouth. Okay. So the race number 3 of the flag to flag is starting. GP Canadian, and waiting for the green signal. Here we go. Race number 3 looks so far quite clear. Now we're getting to the first corner, and it's quite heavy here, but looks okay. And we got Stormcloud, Emil, Praga, Syntax, and we got a contact here, and these guys, well, making plenty of issues, and they will just land on the last one. So let's just go with them. Still I can see Emil going through it. So Emil, Praga landing on the last position, Raven on the first position, and Coast Church on the position number 2, Oliver 2 seconds behind them, So plenty of space, and we can see that Costa is actually slowly chasing them. Ali on the position number 4, just behind Oliver. Let's just focus on these guys that can achieve a better position, and that's Costa. Let's just make sure I'm in the pit because I wasn't sure at all. The difference, it looks like it's a difference in the setup. And Ali on the position number 3. Oliver was just lower on the straight, but now let's check the max speed. And on the max speed that could be Oliver, but no. Ali was just faster here. Bob Dick on the position number 5. Pensionisti on the position number 6. Syntax just behind him. Stormcloud and Emu at the very end. So really bad start for a Stormcloud and Emu. We're waiting for the drivers just to catch up, but looks like that Coast, I don't know how I missed it, but Raven is behind Coast. I'm really sorry for that, but Raven is already 1.27 behind Coast Church. So this driver is really madman. He's just a savage here. Don't know how he's doing it, but he's really doing it. Syntax behind the Pensionisti. Oh, Pensionisti, small problem. Issue with the braking, and he's landing on position number 7. Now Stormcloud overtaking him, and that was quite easy. Oliver Prenton on position number 4 behind Ali. He wants the revenge, he wants the blood, but that's quite far for him. On the 35 laps, fastest lap goes for Church. So here is the fastest guy here. Stormcloud, the fastest lap. So that's the Stormcloud. Something wrong. Oh, Oliver's small issue with the brakes, and Bob Deacon's seen it. Bob Deacon may use it, but that's the corner. And now he needs to really get closer to him to get the advantage once again. But that's how it looks like. It feels like definitely there's plenty of space for drivers, plenty of chances. Now it depends when they're gonna use it. And Emil Praga out of the track. Thankfully he's going back on it, but that's a painful one. Steering is okay, so it should be not that bad. Also plenty of time, just at 13 seconds behind Pensionisti, so that's plenty of time to just build it again once again. Now it's a question how fast Emil can be. Stormcloud position number 7 trying to overtake on the straight, but Syntax was too far. Now Stormcloud trying once again to catch up. Syntax just in front of him. That corner definitely belonged to Syntax. There's 1-2, so something wrong with Stormcloud. He's catching up on the straights, but the corners are not for him. Syntax left rear blocked. Thankfully for just short time, so the tires are just not overheated at all. But he needs to watch out for it. If there will be pattern, if it will just keep happening, it might end quite bad for him. So he needs to keep this in mind, that he needs to be really careful about that part. Now Stormcloud, this corner definitely belonged to him, but on the straight, not at all. Now he's faster, so again catching up. Now let's see how it looks like. So Stormcloud only on the position number 6. He's making it easy. And that was Bob Deacon that landed on position number 6, and Syntax will just overtake him also quite easily. That was DRS, I think on the Bob Deacon, the vehicle opened, so he's still not landing that far, but plenty of position lost by small issue. Raven position number 2. Still waiting for the drivers, but it looks like the Raven is actually catching up the Coast Church, so that's a small trouble for him. The corners looks like they belong to Coast Church. But the max beta just looks so strange. So maybe it's the setup of the gears and some part of the getting speed works just for Coast Church, but then Raven is just getting closer. Now Emily Prague on position number 9, and the pensionist again, brake lock, and he's going just straight, and that's well bad for him. Raven 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, so it's hard to say where actually Raven is faster from Coast Church. But now we can see that Raven is trying to make his position and he's making his point easily, but he cut the track. And Coast Church is hitting the wall. Don't know what happened here, but Ali is only on the position number 2, Coast Church on position number 3, Oliver on position number 3, so Coast Church on the position 4, and Storm Cloud overtaking him too. So Coast Church lost his first position, and he's on his position number 5. I really don't know what happened there, how it happened, but it might be just the loss of the group, might be just not his line, and this is result of it. So now is the chance for a Storm Cloud. So from the very end, he's trying to make a progress, he's trying to make his way through. Oliver Brenton in front of him, and we've seen Oliver plenty of times defending his position quite well. Now it's the question, Oliver Brenton! That didn't happen. Oliver Brenton catch some grass and he just landed in the barrier. So he lost his position number 3, position number 5, again cutting the track. Bob Deacon overtaking him, and Olivier getting back on the track, but that might be some issue with the vehicle. Let's go back to it later. So Storm Cloud Syntax. My god, these guys are losing plenty of grip on this track. Don't know how it is happening. So Bob Deacon on Syntax cutting the track. You need to watch out, otherwise whoa, that will be pit line penalty. Pit penalty, I'm sorry for that. Coast Church again, position number 4. Storm Cloud on position number 3. Ali on the position number 2, and that's a surprise, but Ali proved plenty of times that he can actually keep the tempo. And Oliver Brender and Planten is a DNF for today. So that's the first driver that is not gonna take part in this race anymore. I think that was just like that, well, didn't work for him. Syntax in position number 6, quite close to Bob Deacon. Now is the question if he can actually keep the tempo, if he can get closer. Bob Deacon taking a pit, so Syntax now has a free hand and he can just go straight. I think we've seen MU at the end of the straight. Storm Cloud landing at position number 4, so don't know what happened here, but Coast again trying to get on the top, and Coast landing at position number 3, 5.5 seconds behind Ali. Now he needs to actually do some of it, so he needs to improve out a bit. Because Church already proved that he can be a really, really fast driver. Even though behind him is even faster one. Raven taking a pit. Stormcloud on the straights, much faster. Cause Church taking a pit. So that's thankfully for someone, otherwise it might look quite bad. Raven still in the pit. Small loss of grip on a Stormcloud. But these tires still are working for him somehow. Now we have it behind Stormcloud to Raven, and now will be the answer. So if Stormcloud is faster on his tires than Raven on the new ones, that will be the answer for Stormcloud when he should take a pit. Because if Raven is faster, well, that will be the pit lap for him. If he will be faster, he can take some time. But looks like that Raven is getting closer, so that's answer for a Stormcloud that he really need to take a pit. But that corner already tells us that it's all about the sectors and Stormcloud taking a pit. So Raven back again. Now on position number 2. So let's go now with Ali. So Ali keeping position number 1. 6.5 seconds behind him. There is a Raven that slowly is getting to him. So this difference of time is melting. But now it looks like somebody is just giving the torch under this ice. 6 seconds of difference. I'm not sure if I actually can keep that tempo, but here he needs to start thinking about the pit. And I think that would be the best decision to take a pit on this lap. Not to risk it, just take the pit and then get to the end of the race. See what kind of decision he's going to make. And that's a pit. Now we are with the Syntax. Syntax is just behind Bob Deacon. Ali taking a pit, so Raven on option number 1, and Raven made the fastest lap. So looks like the hyper softs didn't work for him quite well. Syntax here is decreasing the distance. I hope it won't end into but not yet. There was a smoke from Bob. I think that was rear left tire. That was blocked for a second, so that's small loss of grip. And still driving. Now Syntax 1.5 seconds behind Bob, so let's go back to Ali because Ali is behind Emil. Praga. Looks like this race is quite clear besides the start. On the straight, Emil Praga and Ali pretty much the same. Ali, that was a bad corner for him. The curb just make him fly for a second. But he's still there. Stormcloud, the fastest lap, so 1 minute 12.5. So Stormcloud definitely trying to make his way to the top. But that might be not enough, and Pensionisti Hitting the wall a few times already. Coast Church was quite close. Now Storm Cloud. Once again, Ali and Emu. Not enough space for both of them, but thankfully Emil is leaving some space. More problem from Emil Prague and Ali on option number 2. So it was all because of the small problem he had at the end of the corner. On the straights, definitely Emil Praga. Now he's trying to attack, but that might be too fast. Gonna be on the track. Now losing his mistake, and Ali back again on position number 2, and Emil Praga landing on position number 3. Definitely was a heavy landing, but still trying to make to the second position. Using 16.5 seconds to Raven. So it looks like that Raven is out of the range for everyone on the track. But it happened before. The driver that was on the first position hit the wall, and that ended quite bad. Definitely Emil having some issues with the corners, but the straights gave him some advantage. But it might be not enough just to keep the correct tempo, to keep it quite close to Ali. Still about the fastest lap. Still waiting for the drivers to catch up, but doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So Bob losing 10 seconds to Stormcloud. Stormcloud can still get closer to Coast Church, but for now it's Emil Praga just behind Ali. And I think for him and for me, Ali is quite a surprise on this race. Great defending against all the drivers that were trying to overtake him, and wonderful tempo, wonderful speed, wonderful behavior on the track by Ali today. But still, it's Emil Praga just behind him, so he really need to watch out for it. And that's the race pretty much. So as you can see, Pensionist pretty much is out of the race because he's losing 1 lap to Syntax. So all these walls that he was collecting didn't work well for him. Syntax 3 seconds behind Bob Deacon, and that's achievable for him, definitely it is. Bob Deacon 12 seconds behind Stormcloud, and that's out of range. Stormcloud losing 1.3 to Coast. Coast getting closer to Emil, and Emil can't chase Ali. So it looks like that we are waiting for a Coast Church to get closer to Emil Praga. And that might be a solution for us to see something. Ali still in the position number 2, already almost 20 seconds behind to Raven, so it's plenty of time. Stormcloud 0.7 behind Coast Church. And Stormcloud really need to start drive out a bit faster. I know that the Coast Church is getting closer to Emil, so it looks like that Stormcloud will get in just the correct position. Definitely the first place in range, and Emil Praga taking a pit. So Stormcloud on position number 4 now is just the Coast Church and him. Oh, Stormcloud had to go on that grass just to make sure he won't hit the Coast Church. And he lost out a bit of grip. He's still there. Emil Praga back on the track behind Bob Deacon, and clearly he can see him. Stormcloud 1 second behind Coast Church. Looks like some sectors don't work for him at all.
Half race to go.
So that's a half race to go, as you heard. So not much time for some drivers. They really need to increase tempo, they really need to catch up, they really need to start overtaking. Emil half second behind, and something happened, I don't know what, but Coast Church landed position number 4, so maybe it was a small mistake by him. And now Stormcloud going through the track, Coast Church pretty much behind him, but he's already losing 1 second because he just didn't want to hit Stormcloud, he just wanted to keep the safe distance, and that's how it ended. But position number 6, Emil Praga on the position number 5th. 21 seconds, Ali is losing to Raven. Stormcloud 2.5 seconds behind him. So Stormcloud gonna fight for position number 2. Still waiting for some drivers just to make sure they will catch up, but doesn't look like a Bob will get close to Emil. Syntax definitely still, you can see the small improvement. By every lap he's getting closer, but that's just 15 laps to go, so that's not enough. That might be just not too much for him to get enough space between him and Bob. Now we can see on the screen Stormcloud that he's trying to get closer to the alley. But still, he got the Coast Church that is behind him, and well, even though Stormcloud was faster, even though Stormcloud was making progress from the bottom of the table, still Coast is a rival that you can just ignore. Right front tire blocked by Stormcloud. Syntax on position number 7. 1 second behind Bob. So it really looks like that he's getting closer. I guess that this alarm that he set up, that was called overtaking, is just really ringing right now. So let's drive with Syntax and see how it goes, how he is driving his vehicle. Now Stormcloud half second behind Ali. And we can see the small difference, the gap is really tiny. Now it's the question if that's this straight that Stormcloud will try to overtake him. Block the front wheel, but still making it through. Now fight to the another corner with Ali, but Ali was faster. I tried to block the way. Stormcloud taking it actually a bit too far. Church still on number 4, 1 second behind Stormcloud. And that kind of things gave him advantage, so because Stormcloud couldn't make it. Stormcloud made some mistakes during the overtaking procedure. Because now it's closer, so that's another driver that he need to remember of. 13 laps to go. That's really not much time, that's just a tiny space for drivers to really wake up and start overtaking. And Stormcloud taking another pit. So looks like the tires didn't work for him well, and that will be 2 pit stop strategy. And that's something I was not expecting from Stormcloud, and the reason is he's that kind of driver that he's always making a 1 pit, and I'm quite used to it that I see Stormcloud in the pit just once. But you'll say it's not that time. Raven, Ali still on the track, waiting for their pit, and now let's see if Stormcloud will be much faster than other drivers. Syntax once again behind Bob. And now let's see who's better on the new tires, who's faster, who has more grip. Bob already burning his tires. We've seen some smoke. Ali in the pit. Syntax, he's really close. Not this corner, maybe on the straight. Let's go with him on the straight. Slowly getting closer to Bob Deacon, so definitely Syntax set up 2. Getting better speeds, but the corners might be something for Bob Deacon. Oh, now we got Pensionisti that was trying to get on the track, but thankfully he started braking, otherwise it might end quite bad. So Syntax still getting closer to Bob. I think that his heart's already beating quite faster when he's seen the vehicle on the left side, but thankfully Pensionisti knew what to do and how to behave in a situation like that. But let's jump to the Stormcloud that is overtaking Ali. Stormcloud much faster, no comparing even these drivers. No point of it because Stormcloud was, you can see on the lap, almost 3 seconds faster than Ali. So this new tires definitely works for him. And now is the question. So the cost is on the position number 2, 28 seconds losing to Raven. Raven was still not in the pit, and yet somehow he's as fast as Cost Church, maybe even faster. So don't know how Raven is doing it, but definitely he knows how to keep his tires in a good shape, in a good condition. Ali once again getting closer to Storm Cloud. But that's just a matter of the sectors. Now costing the pit. Emil 34 seconds losing to Raven. So you see how big this advantage is. Fastest lap belongs now to the Storm Cloud. We're way below 1 minute and 12. Syntax once again on the screen. Still trying to get back to the Bob Deacon, and Raven is in the pit. Now let's see how it will go for him, where he will land. Where is Emil? Emil is really far, so Raven, even though he took a pit stop, is still in the position number 1, so he need to worry about other drivers. Bob Deacon's Mowish out of the corner, but Syntax is not that fast, leaving some space for Bob Deacon. That corner might be small, be a small issue, but it's not. Bob Deacon still keeping his position. And Syntax on the straight now, getting closer, but it might be not enough. Straight, Syntax now is much faster. Now they can use for the first corner, leaving enough space for Bob Deacon, and Syntax knows that he need to watch out for this driver. Now Bob Deacon knows how to behave, how to protect his position, but how long it will last, how long he can keep it like that. Bob Deacon still in position number 6. Syntax now on the straight. No, not enough time, not enough space. Once again, Syntax trying to overtake a pressed wrong button. Still Bob keeping position, and he's hitting the wall. So Syntax on position number 6, so I think that pressure was on the Bob all the time, which just didn't end well. Cross charge behind Ali, and that's achievable for him. That's something he can get to the position number 4 in his sight. Definitely. Now is the question if he actually wants it, if he can make it to that level. There's only 6 laps to go, so really not too much time to get closer to Ali, especially that Ali is really fast today. The other question that we need to make is Emil going for another pit? Because he only took 1 pit stop, he's on position number 2. That works for him, so I guess he's already behind that line. And I don't know what happened, but Ali on position number 5 just like that. So, well, I'm sorry for that, but I missed that action. So if Emil wasn't the second pit, and Stormcloud can't chase him that much, so that's 4 seconds behind him. I would stay with one pit strategy for Emil, because if now he's going to take a pit, he might end on position number 4 in the best chance, I guess. What I'm talking about, the position number 5 will be, I think, the best for him. So 4 seconds of difference between him and a Storm Cloud. Let's see, 1-1, and well, Storm Cloud was much faster, but that's 5 laps to go. Now is the real question if Storm Cloud can make it that fast. He knows that he's chasing a driver with tires that are in a bad shape, and he's losing plenty of grips, that Emil need to take corners more carefully. Storm Cloud. That curb, he scared me for a second, but still, he's on the track and the time is running out. It might end that the Storm will just be really close to Emil. All he needs to do is get to the DRS zone, and that would make things easier for him. He's already faster. You just need to prove it, you just need to show how to do it, you just need to overtake. It sounds simply, but it's not. Pensionisti, I think he was just leaving some space for Stormcloud because he knows what's the stake. For what Stormcloud is fighting, for what Emil is fighting, and he just don't want to be a problem here. That corner didn't work for a Storm Cloud. Emil 20 seconds behind Raven, so Raven can just start slowly driving to the end. Four laps to go. Two and a half seconds between Storm Cloud and Emil. Can't make it closer. Storm Cloud really need to focus on the target. Otherwise, Emil and position number 2 will just run away for him, and Storm Cloud hitting the wall. And I think that's it. That's the end for a Storm Cloud. So it looks like the Storm Cloud will end it on the position number 3, unless Emil will just make mistake. Cost charge too far to make use of that mistake, so cost charge definitely on position number 4. Ali in the pit, so position number 5 goes to the Syntax, I guess. Here's Ali, Syntax already is on the chicane, and Ali landing on position number 7. But he is just behind the Bob. Still awaiting for a fight here. 2 laps to go, so that's not much time. Now let's see the tempo of Ali and Bob. Ali a bit faster. Storm Cloud, because of that small mistake, he needs to be here with the 3rd position. But that's on him. That's the tires. That's the braking system. Ali, DRS open. Now Ali is really close, but still he needs to make use of the speed he gained at the straight. Somehow it's not working for him. 0.3 between these guys. Bob fighting now with the vehicle. We've seen smoke on the tire. From the tire, and let's see if Ali can make it to position number 6. There will be no safety car at the very end of the race, no point of it. But the question is if Ali can make it to the position number 6. And now this turn might be quite problematic. On the right side he got Bob, but Bob is already behind him. And so the DRS will work for Bob Deacon, but let's see the straight. On the straight, Bob Deacon faster than Ali, so once again Bob landing in position number 6. Now he's aware that he really needs to start protecting himself. He really needs to start be worried about the corners that he's going through.
Leader started final lap.
And Raven is starting the final lap, so the last lap goes to Raven. Now we're just cutting the corners, but it's still to the Ali and Bob. So these guys will get to one more lap. These guys who just try to make it to one more time. Definitely a chance for Ali. Bob Deacon, I guess he's really sweating now, I guess, because of what is happening. Ali again, really close, trying to overtake now. This corner not making it easy once again. Bob Deacon too much throttle, and he's landing on position number 7. That is small mistake, that corner, and the chance for Bob to end the position number 6, but opens gate for Ali to keep that position. Let's see where is Raven, because he's the winner of the race, and Raven ends the race on position number 1. Maybe if Felix wouldn't make that small mistake, we could see a fight somewhere there. But definitely the winner is Raven in the Canada. Now let's wait for Emil Praga to get through the straight, and yeah, one pit strategy reward for him. Storcloud on the position number 3. Was close, but not close enough. Cost Church, wonderful qualifications. The racing went well, but at the very end he showed the tiger in himself. I'm waiting for a syntax. Ali behind him. So syntax on the position number 5. Ali 2 seconds behind him. Patrice also finished this race. Now it's Ali, and on the position number 7 it's Bob Deacon. That was a race, no safety car used this time, but who knows, maybe on another race. So if you're interested on the calendar how it looks like, in the next week we're having small break, and 27th we are back with the French GP. So see you next time, and take care guys. Ciao.